what you're doing to me now. They lie, they steal, they fooled us. Deep down I probably knew this. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. They made us lose our focus. The very same hands that formed us. Go build a better tomorrow. For you I'd make it a rainbow. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one's perfect. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you are bright white gold. With you by my side, I'm not worried. I think we'll be able to find ourselves again. Blank expressions, empty words. Nothing can keep me away from you. I think I will be holding on to the one thing that I know is stronger. Love is blind and no one told us. Platinum seems so shallow, 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 shallow. But you were bright white gold.
All right, chat. How are we all doing? Welcome in today. Hope you're doing all good. Better DayZ, Jay, Jinx, Brendan, Dom, DJ. Welcome in, everyone. Max. Sorry for missing anyone. Nail, Nasli, DayZ. Welcome in, DayZ. Hope you're doing well. Excited for what's on show. I'm not sure if the music in the intro screen is copyrighted or not, so I'm just kind of keeping it on mute for right now. But we will unmute once we, get into it and all that stuff. But yeah, excited to see what is happening. Hope you're all doing well today. Lee, how we doing as well? Brandon. Jack, hope we're all doing good. Excited to see what is happening. Yeah, it should be cool, hopefully. I don't know if you saw the thumbnail for the stream. I'm not sure if it updated, but I tried to recreate the image that they used for the teaser art. You'll see it on Twitter if you haven't already, but I tried to recreate it. The only thing I couldn't recreate is obviously the mask that is like there. So be interesting to see what that's going to be like. But yeah, I was hoping they drop experimentals today before the stream. Imagine, that would have been cool. Yeah, I don't know when they'll drop it. I'd assume they will give us some. They will give us some type of date today. I'd hope anyway. So yeah, it should be good. I should be studying, but watching this is better choice. True, reasonable, true. I'm doing good, Koki. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well yourself. So yeah, 4 minutes, well, 4.5 minutes roughly before we get going. And hopefully should be all good. But it's out by March. I'd assume it'll be out within the next week or two. If I were to guess, I don't know. I have in my mind that it'll be out next Tuesday. But I could be wrong. So we'll see. We'll wait and see. guesstimate month or date for 120. I would assume we'll see experimental before the end of this month, and then sometime February it'll release. I'd assume. I'd guess, but I could be wrong. But we will find out. Austin interest after playing 2 years. Hopefully, it's get me back into it. Hopefully, it will, Michael. Hopefully, it will. We'll definitely see what could be coming down in a minute. Just call me Z. How we doing today? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Hope you are doing well yourself. Do you think they will add more to base building? I don't know. It'd be cool. It would be cool. It would be cool. Alright, what are we looking at? 3 minutes. Is the guy a new character? I don't know if it's a new character. I've seen the yeah, I definitely don't think it's a new character. From what I can tell, it's definitely a new mask that he has on. Let me see if I can find it quickly and I'll show it off. Oh, if this actually loads. There we go. I don't know if it's a new character. I don't think it is. Everything else is the same. All this clothing you can find in game. The only thing that's different is the mask. So I think it's like, yeah, it's pretty much identical otherwise. I did try and recreate it as best as I could. So obviously I didn't have the mask, so I couldn't get it perfect. But otherwise, yeah, I think it's pretty good. I'm doing good. The Milky Turtle. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well yourself. Like the name, by the way. Dumpgra, how we doing? Welcome in. Let me add you as a moderator. Now you should have moderator permissions. But I hope you're doing well, Dump. What are you looking at? A minute. When it gets to 30 seconds, I'll unmute it, and hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. But yeah, I'm excited. It should be good. We obviously know now that this update isn't going to be like a crazy big in terms of what they're adding. It's more of that they're having a lot of it's an update, quality of life kind of update, stability update. So should be a lot of bug fixes, that type of stuff. So 90 seconds, minute 20 seconds, and we'll be good to go. Shane, how we doing today? Hope you're doing well. Welcome in. Oh yeah, you do have mods now, Dump. That is good to see. How long are the dev streams usually? I think they're usually between an hour and 2 hours. I don't think they usually go over 2 hours, unless it's something major. I can't remember. I cannot remember how long the 119 stream was. About 2 hours, I think. Yeah, it depends on what they show as well, true though. So we will see. All right, 35 seconds remaining. As well, chat, this is obviously a reaction stream, so I'm going to be talking over the stream at some points. So if you don't like me talking over the stream or anything like that, I do have command. I do have a command !stream, and it will link you straight to DayZ's stream if you don't want to hear me talking over it. So, yeah. All right, here we go. We'll go full screen. Leonard, how are we doing as well? Hope you're doing good. Mexi, thank you. It's going to be interesting, this, I think. Hopefully, anyway, it'll be interesting and good. Oh, here we go.
And welcome to the first stream of 2023. We are the developers, or more, he is. I'm the brand manager here at Bohemia, and with me today is the creative lead, Adam.
Hello.
Adam, how you are doing?
Good. Good.
Great.
I'm excited to read some patch notes.
Oh yeah. He prepared the paper, so we decided to name the stream after that.
I don't want to forget anything important.
Okay. And there's a lot of important things coming in this update.
Ooh, a lot of important things.
And while we do that, we're gonna play the 120, our internal version on our internal server. So everything there will be somewhat scripted, but we didn't have time to really go deep into it because they are working on the update, obviously. So
Not
just,
everything will be scripted.
yeah,
okay?
just small
I can
bit
still
here
die.
and there. Yeah. So we can maybe resume the volume of the game and slowly.
I got a little tired of the wind. So.
Yeah, because we are waiting for some time, you know. And
no, not yet.
yeah, and while we are connecting to the server, we can welcome everyone in the chat. How many of you are? Oh, we got already over 1,000 viewers. That's exciting.
That's nice.
Thanks for joining us, guys. We hope to make it worth your time.
Thanks for joining the club.
Yeah, joining the Legends Reading Club. And hopefully, yeah, we will have a good time. Today we started a bit later than we usually do, but hopefully more of you will be able to join us.
Let's see what's new, chap.
I'm hoping that the game sound isn't too loud.
Oh yeah, obviously, if any audio... by the way, you can notice that we did some changes around in the streaming room. It looks a bit different. And we had to change the setup, so if anything is off, the audio or anything, let us know.
Wastelander, how are we doing today?
And you're already running around.
Look at this nice sunset. Yeah, so I played for a little bit.
Okay. And so where we are?
I'm out of the coast. I am in the village of Pusta.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one.
So we are on Chernarus.
Yes.
Despite our matching t-shirts that you can buy in our Bohemian
Total
store.
accidental, by the way.
Yeah, actually we didn't plan on it, but it happened.
No, he didn't spawn with a knife. He just said he was playing around a little bit, so he found the knife and all that stuff.
Yeah. That's a nice new feature, Adam.
I should probably switch the shoulder slots, right?
Yeah. By the way, what's up with the knife?
It's in my improvised rope belt.
Wow. That's cool. Okay.
It's a feature I did last year, actually.
So, it's been some time since we last streamed. It was mainly due to a lot of holidays, and we've also been sick while we wanted to stream and so on. And then we wanted to actually wait for 120 to not do, stream a bit afterwards. So we hope you had a nice start to the new year. That you enjoyed the holidays, and we can
personally, I don't think the Northwest Airfield is coming with this update. I think it's going to be later in the year, personally, but I could be completely wrong.
At the beginning of the year, we mostly want to focus on stability, on some bug fixing and so on, to sort of clean the desk, before the new exciting year.
Exactly.
So
we've done that actually for past 3 years, I think.
Yeah, and since it worked quite well for us to manage to... So even for you, like, upfront, 190 was a huge update with us, you probably tried it, on Livonia with the underground bunker and a lot of other new features in navigation and more. This update isn't that packed with content. No. It's mostly filled with, some small bug fixes, and therefore our today's reading.
Yeah.
Well,
so, I mean, we've got obviously backlog issues, being the feedback from the community, the internal Jira, the reports from internal QA, and also we've had some, follow-up issues after 119. We will touch on that as we've been addressing some of those things in this update. And yeah, I forgot to give myself some food, so this is gonna be interesting. A raw experience getting out of here.
Already we are like, way off the scripted path. No, and actually some people might be put off by the crosshair you have in the middle. Maybe we could think about disabling it, if that's possible.
What is this? With stuff they fix zombie stealth game. Not sure, Justin.
It's
We'll have to
better.
wait and see.
And shout out to our community manager, Lynn, for pointing that out.
You
It's with us
really
in the
triggered
room.
by a simple white dot in the middle of your screen.
Hey, I don't make the rules.
Alright.
Well, this chicken was certainly scared of you to the point where it was standing like it's solid.
Oh, yeah. I sneaked up on it, you know. Oh.
Yeah, Infinite Zest is thanking for perfectly timing the start of the stream with his lunch break.
Nice.
Hey, enjoy your lunch break. Hopefully the rest of your day will be fine as well. And yeah, some people
Oh, why is the stream?
already asked about some information about DayZ in 2023. That's reasonable.
Okay, this is buffering now for some reason, chat. Not sure why. Bear with me. I'll just lower it to 720p.
Yeah,
and how?
about the plans, what's coming next, you know. This year it's slightly difficult for us because we are still evaluating a lot of different options how to branch out, basically, like how to further develop the game. So I have to say that we probably won't be making it this month. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll
Like,
see.
yeah,
There is an article coming up.
Yeah, so basically it's being done, but on this stream, yeah, we can hint a little of the general direction, but for the article itself, you will probably need to wait a bit more. And we are sorry for that, but we feel like it's much better than actually making the article on 1st of January and then, you know, changing and not following it throughout the year.
And today we will be mostly spending talking about 120 anyway. What's new in the build?
Okay.
Is there something funny?
Yeah. You just collected like direct line of your
Hopefully, Clueless, a 2-3 week release date for 120 would be nice.
But you know, don't hate the player, hate the game. Okay.
Are you commenting on my haircut?
So we are trying to catch up with the chat because there's a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, no, I can little bit talk about 120 more. So, like we mentioned, it's mostly to do with, you know, a lot of bug fixing, going through the feedback, seeing what is achievable, you know, generally closing some stuff that we perhaps unfinished from 119.
Mm-hmm.
So that's general focus on 120. Now that there is some content, some new content, there are some changes which will be visible, you know, through your gameplay essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, you know, just like invisible bug fixes. There is quite a few of them that are actually visible. Or bug fixes or tweaks. Oh, I have a lot of knives. That's cool.
Yeah, because originally I think in the planning back, like months and months back, it was like solely just for the stability and bug fixing, right? And then we further talked about it, like it'd be nice to at least, you know, something, maybe some new cosmetic item, you know. It could be anything. So this is more or less to like manage your expectations of the stream of 120, is that we really want to set the foundation for the whole year basically. So it's not like everything that's gonna be released in 120 was done over the past months, and that's the only thing that we worked on. There is a lot of you know, other bigger features that we want to implement further down, you know, to the 2023 that are being already developed right now.
Yeah,
So-
and we will like outline a little bit, you know, with the article, the upcoming article, but we are not diving into that many details, and
Yeah,
because of the
exactly.
reasons, you know, that still evaluating a lot of things, and we'll just generally share the areas and so on. Yeah, so I mean, you can dive into the changes a little bit, and the fixes.
Alright, let's see what they
So
say here now.
one of the things that we've done with 119 is that we've reworked the weight system. Basically, the system that calculates the weight of your gear, of the character gear, because there was quite a bit of issues with that. Creating these things too, among many other things. We've look at this.
That's 119 item.
I'm
actually
Yeah, they're not actually reading the patch notes. That's just
I don't
that
need
funny title they came up with. They won't actually be doing stuff like that.
Really like mostly just position the character there.
Yeah, and so we reworked the weight system, and basically now the value should be correct. That means that, for example, you know, the weight of the magazines and the ammo piles and so on, there were issues with that too. So we've corrected that thing out, and together with that, we've also returned one thing that was implemented in older versions. And I'm talking about like 110 maybe and before, and that was the weight affecting the wetness affecting the weight.
Okay, yeah. So if you get drowned, you weigh more, and you lose more stamina.
So we've got that back with 120 actually. So right now, if you are in the rainy weather, yes, your gear will weigh more essentially. So that's one of the changes that is returning. Changes and also returning features essentially. So keep an eye on that. Will be
That's interesting.
people who will take care of their gear will be more efficient, essentially. So yeah, that is what has been changed or fixed essentially. One of the
cross that off of your big list.
I'm remembering it for now.
Oh.
Okay. So one of the things that we did with 119 was that we've changed quite a bit of things around the character. This update continues that, but not in like a major way, and it contains number of other fixes with the character. We're continuing fixing the character controller essentially. Stuff that did not make it into 119, it continues in 120, so we got a bunch of fixes for that, but also tweaks. Originally for 119 we wanted to connect the weight of your gear. Oh god, I'm dying already. Weight of your gear to the inertia.
Okay.
Right? So depending on how much of stamina your character has, like you will be able to maneuver more or less. We sadly did not end up doing that for 119 because of that weight system not functioning correctly and us needing it to work it. So we wait with that for 120. Now that we reworked the weight system, this is plugged in. So in 120, your character movement will be influenced by the amount of gear that you are carrying. So
Okay.
if you're carrying more gear, you will be having more difficulties in turning around.
Yeah, so kind of evading attacks or enemy shots, right?
Yeah.
When you are trying to
So-
zigzag, sort of.
Just to be clear, it's a very minor impact right now. It's tweakable. You can switch it off if you prefer the old settings that is not adjustable at all. We're looking forward to the feedback from the experimental build.
Yeah. For the experimental build that we're gonna release.
Yes.
And can you just tell me when roughly we could release the experimental build?
Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow we will see about that. So maybe tomorrow you can try zigzagging while
Experimental tomorrow?
sounds exciting, right?
Wait, there's no way.
But yeah, definitely in terms of these features, it's always good to have kind of your opinion and your feedback.
Yeah, definitely. You guys play the game a lot, so it's important what you guys have to say regarding the settings, and if we can adjust it. Like I said, it's pretty minor right now. It's not significant. But yeah.
But it still stands that the community servers, right, can kind of change the inertia ratio. So again, if you are not too big of a fan of it, you can just play on servers without it.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem.
I need to make the chicken.
Okay, so chat. Sorry, if experimental comes out tomorrow, I will be making my updates video on it, and I will be live streaming it and all that good stuff as well. So, yes, if that happens, yes.
As usual on Xbox.
Okay, because PlayStation
And experimental will be coming to Xbox as well, and not on PlayStation.
Yeah,
so
on Xbox you will be able to try out the experimental too, and our dear fans and DayZ players on PlayStation will have to wait for the stable release, but at least it will be more stable. It's not
okay,
always a win to play
that's
on
amazing. We actually get stable tomorrow. I didn't, or not stable, but
more polished.
we get experimental tomorrow, which I didn't realize. I thought we would have to wait until like next week
For
or
the
something.
nice
But if
text.
they're releasing it that early, that's amazing.
I will be using the third person camera. Just need to make a fire here, and I just realized that I actually don't have anything to line up the fire with. So.
Yeah, those the bits. Yeah, the experimental. If everything goes according to our plan, the experimental will be released tomorrow.
Hmm?
And I'm just looking at the chat. It's.
I need to wash my hands.
Oh yeah, you do.
I
not
don't want
sanitary.
to die. Empty hands. No.
Yeah, this is better.
Do I need this knife? I don't know. No, I don't need this knife. No. So now I've emptied my water bottle, thinking that I need to do it so I don't accidentally drink from it. Realize that
Squally, they are going to be releasing experimental 120 tomorrow.
I don't have to
Which is
optimize
great.
that much.
One of those days. And I think someone was asking about new maps. It's not something that's like we would avoid this topic, but yeah, in the past we also said that right now there is like no work on any new maps, no DLCs or anything in that regard, because we are focusing on the game we have here now. And you are struggling.
I forgot to cut the bar.
Oh right.
Yeah, Alex and chat, they're not going to give all the information in the first 15 minutes of a stream. These streams are like 2 hours long, so they're going to spread the information out, throughout the entire stream. They're not just going to dump it all in at one stage. But yeah, so far they've done a lot of tweaks to the inertia, they've done a lot of tweaks to the weight of your character, and experimental should be coming out tomorrow. No changes to Livonia as so far, or no changes to any maps as so far.
Regarding the DLCs, I mean, there was always a lot of stuff that we still had planned for the, main game. That kind of kept us occupied. We felt like it's the right thing to do, and also, like in the last update, we put a lot of effort into Livonia, the only official DLC. So we hope to do that, but
I heard that there will be some changes happening to Chernarus this year.
that sounds exciting.
That's understandable, Alex.
Specific, or you can
Some big flat area will be changed.
Are you referring to the troll account on Twitter?
Yeah. No. Slightly. Yeah, this change is coming up for Chernarus. For one of the very iconic locations.
Okay.
The audio does sound actually new, doesn't
But
it?
actually, listening to one of the changes in 120.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We've updated
Okay.
it's not, the sounds are gone, but we've updated the sounds of the cooking.
Oh damn.
So
But they were quite sufficient.
they are more varied now, so they're not repetitive. There
Okay,
was a
that's
problem
cool.
that like when you had like 2 pieces of meat
Oh,
or even
right.
more,
Yeah.
the sound was the same. So
Uh-huh.
we added more variation into it. There's also like new sounds basically for all the states. So
Okay.
Very nice.
It's cool.
yeah, we're not just fixing bugs, just addressing some issues. Minor issues that we have with the sounds, for example. I don't even have it written in the list. I just realized.
Yeah. Someone asked about Feedback radio sound fix. Are you familiar with issue that could
say again?
It's going away, but heatpack radio sound fix.
Heatpack radio.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not
I assume you
entirely
don't.
sure.
So, but if you, it might be something that we have in our database, but just to make sure, you can always go to our feedback tracker and submit any of these any of these bugs. But both of us are a bit confused by heatpack radio. But then again, we are not, QA leads. There's a lot of bugs that we are constantly fixing and working on a fix. For example,
I don't know why it's always
ADS
buffering
bug,
chat, so
which
apologies for it buffering.
not
Needs to be on Twitch's end.
fixed completely in this update. But yeah, there is still some ongoing investigation on that, since it's very tricky one, yeah. Oh yeah, someone said that activating a heatpack sounded like radio switch.
Oh, this one. Okay, yeah, no update on that
yet. Okay, that sounds very hopeful. But...
I mean, we know about it.
Okay,
but
that is good. I mean, we have limited resources, limited amount of stuff we can do, for an update. So we always try to look for a healthy balance of fixes compared to the time we need to invest into it, and also the new content.
So for anyone just in, since they're not talking about anything crazy, there's nothing major after coming in so far. They've talked that they've done some work to the weight of items. They've done some stuff to the inertia, and they have... That's kind of it, really. Little other ones, and then they will be releasing 120 tomorrow. Stay experimental.
That would be so cool.
I kinda need to find a food here.
Crystal Star is asking about high amount of cheaters on the official servers. I mean, I don't know if you have any new specific updates.
Tomorrow, despawning enemy tomorrow.
With a lot of popular games, which DayZ is, and it's like never-ending battle. Like, there's a lot of players that we banned last year.
No, that's my Windows. I reset my Windows and it somehow lost my Windows key, so I have to go and buy a new Windows key. So it's me who's currently on a pirated version of Windows.
We are banning cheaters, but yeah, like you fix one exploit and one another, arises. So
yeah. We generally don't tend to talk about, various things that these people use anyway, so it's a little more undercover.
Yeah, that's another thing that very often when we are investigating these things or making some ban waves, we just don't communicate it, because it's better for us to keep it, more hidden from the... That's why I think that also on the feedback tracker, when you want to point out a cheater or any, cheating community, you can choose to make it visible only to us, so other players...
Yeah, that applies for any game exploits, by the way.
Yeah. For any game exploits, including cheating, you can always sign in that only we can see it, so you can be as detailed as you want, so we can find, the cheaters and try to do something about it. And no, it's not snitching. It's not snitching.
Target acquired.
Oh damn. The white boy doesn't know what's coming to him. I have to say that the chicken is very confident.
Yeah.
He didn't really care.
I mean, I would use a different word.
But maybe, yeah.
Knowing the animals.
But there was a second chicken that behaved very courageously. Maybe that's a thing with 120 that we might
on the last stream. Yeah, the 119 stream had that very dodgy.
Yeah, it took way too long, so we nerfed chickens, right?
Yeah. I will actually take the Capricorn. Ooh.
All right, since we're not talking about anything again,
Oh no.
for anyone who's just in, they have announced that they're still working on they've changed the weight of certain items in game, or a lot of stuff. So now the
It
weight
looks like you seen something.
will
No, I'm just trying to catch up with the...
depend. The more weight you have, the less your character will be able to like move and zigzag and stuff like that. When it rains, your clothing will get weight and will also become heavy, which will affect your stamina or like your movement. 120 experimental should be coming out tomorrow if everything goes good. Otherwise than that, that's kind of it so far, I think.
I will visit the well so I can drink a little bit.
Developers don't know how to play DayZ. Well, DayZ is a complicated game, but I would say we know our way around enough. Like, I'm more like a casual. I have like 700-800 hours in, and a lot of that is on old version. I believe Adam has much more, and then another couple of
But I'm
thousand.
supposed to play in third person, so it's
Oh yeah,
difficult.
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Third person and the right shoulder. Okay, can you imagine?
Yeah, he doesn't like it very much, but everyone else is triggered by it, so... Okay, so now getting to the real questions. Are you going to wipe our characters for 120?
There's gonna be no wipe.
No wipe, you heard it, guys.
No wipe for 120.
So no like base building wipe, no character wipe, nothing. So your stuff is safe. Please keep on hoarding the stuff that you never going to use until someone raids you.
Keep breaking the servers.
And then the guy's gonna raid you and like move it to his base and then never use it like himself too. And its unending circle will continue.
So I have this another chicken that I could possibly eat, but I'm not entirely sure if that's gonna be enough.
Yeah, actually please stop hoarding because it's like putting pressure on the server, right? And too many hearts per... No? It's fine.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, you have to like, you know, let off the material
I mean,
things
the happiest server is the one without players.
and transcend into like, you know...
I'm not suggesting that you guys should not be playing the game.
Oh man. This is an alpha move, just eating strawberry jam through the through the glass. It's like as good as it gets.
Just, you don't have the imagination. Okay. Okay, so I think we can maybe discuss a little bit, like, since we talked about the camera.
Okay, there are some changes to the camera.
Yeah, so we've fixed number of glitches / sometimes even exploits with the third-person camera.
Okay, can you name an example?
It's usually looking through objects, through walls and so on. So when you use the camera in certain ways, you know, the camera could like jump into an object and actually
see through. Yeah, I've seen people that are like, you know, standing, let's say, on top of a bed, jumping, and as they glitch with the camera, they can see enemies.
That is something different, but I mean,
okay.
Essentially, part of this bug fix series, or I don't know how to call it, was also slight adjustments that we did to the third-person camera, and it's something again that please let us know how you like it. We try to counteract a little bit the peeking over the walls. So here I am looking at the wall.
Wait, that's amazing.
And in the third-person mode, I could be doing this, right? But no matter what I do, you know,
it's a big change. It's really a big change.
Actually not able to look over the wall that well. I mean, it's not completely, you know, changed.
Okay.
There are ways to go around it, but we've limited.
Okay,
this.
so can you please move back and kind of like move this upwards to see when it's gonna like switch? Like more slowly maybe. I know that if you have your face in the wall. Okay, but yeah, that's...
So
I think that's really interesting for the third-person servers, because I don't know about you guys, but I love third-person servers when I'm like traveling through, you know, the map and picking up loot. It looks nicer, but in PvP situations, I just hate how everyone like camps and look over the walls, you know, and on top of it. So
we're just definitely interested in what you guys have to say about it when you play the game on the experimental and on stable too, of course. Keep a closer eye. See, maybe there are some issues with it that we haven't discovered yet, even though that we've been testing these camera collisions quite extensively already.
Yeah, and people assume that the side peeking is still a thing, or does it, like, if you want to, let's say, peek from this side, you know, using the camera. So it's sort of limited as well, right? Oh no, okay, this works.
You know, it depends on the camera position to be honest right now. So the camera is kind of positioned and the checks are against something. So there is, and it's not bulletproof right now. There are still things, you know, we may look into this, we'll see. It's, you know, largely...
No, but it's certainly good direction. If it's, like, at least somewhat consistent now, so people can know where they can be peaked and where not. That's
so,
cool.
let us know. You know, there's always a space for further improvements, if they are, you know, realistically doable, of course, within the given time frame and the technology. Oh yeah, that's interesting, little bigger, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Change that we've done while bug fixing some other issues.
Yeah.
That were tied to the camera.
And it's also good that you go one step at a time because, you know, oh, that was a loud burp.
That's a very loud burp.
What the hell? I could hear it.
Alright, I'll just turn this down as well. DayZ Swirly, we haven't seen much yet, so this update is a bug fixing, tweaking update. It's not going to be a lot of content added in it. So yeah, I like the third person change though. I think that's good.
So let us guys know how you feel about this.
Yeah.
And also people are saying that the peers are rotten. They also seemed a bit grayish to me.
What's
rotten?
What? What?
Can you read out this?
I don't really have a good eye.
Okay.
Also, chat, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like on it. It does help out as well, and I would appreciate it.
Adam, I'm worried. What did you eat for lunch today?
I had a salad.
Which one? Does it include pears?
Rotten pears. Only. Yeah. Okay, so that's the third person camera, usually. Yeah, so speaking of like the things around the character, since there was a video released not so long ago by one of the community members who likes to dig very hard in the game, about items in your hands colliding. We looked at that issue and we fixed it, so
okay,
you can use items in your hands.
That's a good thing.
As a shield, again.
Oh,
really?
Somebody can break your weapon in a PvP while in your hands, obviously.
Okay,
so
okay.
There's a lot of implications to that.
So let's say you are holding a hammer, someone tries to shoot you.
They can hit the hammer.
Okay.
If you are holding a car door or a car wheel, you may actually protect yourself. But I mean, from what we tested, the protection is pretty limited. But yeah,
it's there.
Shout out to Bobo, of course.
Okay. Can you do this like this with your hand? So we combine a heart together. No, we know it. This is not Instagram. Don't worry.
Yeah, so that will be the thing once again. Oh, this tree is a little too dark, I believe. What happened?
Like people are saying that we are constantly changing stuff, so Bobo, so his videos are outdated.
I mean,
no, we are considering the feedback. It's different.
It's not entirely true, because now he's gonna make a video about the most affected shield.
Oh yeah, right. So,
and then we'll probably make that irrelevant.
Yeah, we basically, you know, it's all a big scheme. when 120 is going to release? Well, that's a good question. I don't think we want to go with a specific date for now. We can say
not yet.
that tomorrow it's gonna be on experimental on PC and Xbox.
Yeah.
Sadly, we cannot do this on PlayStation because of the platform limitations. But
I will do, Wastelander. Thank you for stopping by, and have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are.
roughly like in a month or so in February. If everything
Yeah, the
goes
usual time frame.
Yeah, people who are like long-term fans can have a pretty good guess on how fast it's gonna appear. Dude, stop eating rotten food. It's not good for you.
Help it.
Did you?
Base Enforcers, no point in
This is
spamming. You want a
survival.
bunker and turn us in this chat. The devs are not in here. It's just me. So please keep the spam to a minimum if you
You
can.
are literally forcing rotten fruit down your throat to the point to almost vomiting, and you are.
Oh, more buffering. Why is Twitch being so bad today? Oh, it's completely frozen. Hold up, chat.
Oh, well, where is the well? Is it there? It's there. It's there.
There we go.
I'm pretty sure it's...
Oh.
We've been here already.
Someone is asking if we will get broken arms this year.
I can't comment on that.
Okay. I just didn't know if it's a threat. You know? Like personal threat, you know?
God.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope that the person is talking about the in-game arms.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it is in the backlog, as with many other features of it.
Yeah.
We haven't forgotten.
Yeah,
on
I would
this,
also,
so-
like, I personally would also love to see the broken arms in the game.
But, you know, we have to think about, like, the detail that we go into, right?
Mhm.
No, they haven't showed any
You can
new
say
weapons
that,
or
like,
anything
we
like that
went
yet.
into much bigger detail compared to the legacy version with many things. Not with all the
Mhm.
things, but with many things. So we have to consider that. What are the implications, you know, when you have a broken arm? What does it mean? That's may not be that easy, you
Yeah.
know, to solve.
But it might be something to look on. But yeah, it's true that it's much harder. I remember that, you know, in the past it increased the weapons way. Right?
Big Show, no. Sadly, that's a thing Microsoft has control over. So it's just something that they don't allow,
I'm
sadly.
gonna call Pizza House and see if they can
Which
fucking
is a bit of a
push
shame.
it.
Hazy, sorry for mispronouncing your name, but thank you for the $5. I do appreciate it. They've done some new changes to inertia. They've done some changes to character weight and weight when it comes to items. They've also done, if it rains now, your clothing will get wet and your character will get wet again. They've changed some sounds and stuff. They've changed some stuff with the third-person camera as well, and a lot of stuff like that. So nothing major as of yet.
Asking about zombie aggro being changed. Were there some changes in 119? No, it should be all the same.
Remember.
Maybe it can be affected by your server performance. Like if you know,
Could be. Yeah.
if you are
Could be.
playing on heavily modded server, you know the performance.
I don't think broken arms are actually in the game. They're just
Might be some issues.
they were
with the
just
zombie
talking about it. I don't think broken arms are
aggro. I
coming.
believe
Yes.
stay the same for some time.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
I should have. Why didn't I drink? What am I doing? I'm not paying enough attention to the game.
Yeah, but it's super tricky because we are talking to you guys. You are also surviving, and then you have your
My
list.
notes. I should have just, you know, started the stream by sharing the paper and
Yeah.
just, you guys will read it and that's done.
Adam did his homework.
Or you guys can ask for the audio version and maybe.
So now that we are running, we can make another commercial break.
Ooh, a commercial break.
Do you like this item?
Oh
You
my
cannot
god,
see
it's
it.
the lighters, isn't
Oh,
it?
I'm
This is
vomiting
Or is it
right
the
now.
lighters?
Adam. Don't vomit during our commercial breaks.
Oh, what is this?
This is not how you do it.
No, I swear it's not the flag. This is actually a very cool patch. The flag
Yeah,
of Kurnaus.
that you can sew onto bag or anything.
Very nice.
It's nice embroidery. And secondly, right now we are on Chernarus, but our updated Livonia maps with all the new cool locations are also there. Okay, now that we stopped commenting, we can keep moving. Yeah. Date for 120. Experimental tomorrow on PC and Xbox, and stable in the future.
Not so distant future.
Not so distinct.
So keep an eye on our official comms. It will be coming. Relative,
Bose,
in the
I
usual
hope.
time
Imagine,
frame.
imagine they just drop
And
in
we will,
Bose
of
without
course,
telling
let
us.
you know in advance,
Yeah.
as we usually do.
And we agree that we can say that it's roughly a month from now.
Yeah.
Okay, someone is asking if we had time to work on the vehicles since 119.
Oh
Is
yeah,
there any
we
progress
actually
on
did.
that?
I got a couple of points regarding them.
Ooh,
Oh.
vehicles. Here we go, chat.
We are slowly
Good that
getting
you
there.
asked.
How convenient.
I would not forget.
Wait.
Oh, there's a vehicle. I would not forget.
Wait.
Yeah, so I guess speaking of vehicles in 119, 119 was a big one for vehicles, right? We finally got to the point that we were able to update the vehicle simulation to the latest one from Infusion. So that was done. You know, it wasn't fully completed. There were, you know, various parts that we were not satisfied with. We had to
Oh, really?
We had to, for example, disable the interaction with the wheels and not make them damageable.
And what's up with that? Do you see it coming back this
Yes.
year, this update?
So that was one of the primary, actually, things that we were looking at in the last 2-month time frame. Or it was longer, but like it was a priority for us. Definitely for the past 2-3 months.
Bringing back
So
detachable
yes,
tires.
120 will feature detachable wheels and damageable wheels. Now, we will have it on the experimental, waiting for the full feedback and testing. We'll see how it goes. But the internal testing looked good. So we hope that we can return this very important feature, because, you know, like DayZ and the vehicle maintenance is a big thing, and the wheels are, you know, the most obvious
No,
parts of the...
it's straight up lame. You cannot be able to
No,
detach it. Yeah, so...
We're happy, obviously, that we can return this back into the game, knowing that the issues with the wheels are hopefully fixed. So one of the other big problems with the vehicles in 119 was the desynchronization of the gearbox. So when you're driving even manual vehicles, manual transmission vehicles,
yes.
you could desync your transmission and essentially desync your gearbox.
This happened to
and
me when I
enter
was
some
playing.
weird states, you know, you couldn't drive forward and so on. So we addressed that. Now the off-road, our new military off-road, still has some issues with the automatic transmission. We are looking into that. It's unlikely to be ready for 120, but yeah, it's a continuing effort to fix more of the bugs with the vehicles. Now, we've also been looking into the vehicle damage and the damage to the crew itself inside, you know, the passenger sitting. So that's been changed because the previous source of the damage was not reliable, so we changed that. So a little simplified, but it's a pretty complicated topic, of course. So we'll see. This also will be in 120, so you guys can try to run the vehicles and tell us what was the experience like. And yeah, like last but not least, we are also looking through the Warriors, driving related issues, like a general driving experience with Warriors vehicles. So that is an ongoing process. There have been some tweaks, but we are still looking into that, and it's gonna be a continuing effort, not just for 120.
Okay.
So it's like Warriors, like driving over obstacles and stuff like that, like performance of vehicles and so on. So that's.
So to answer his question, there's been a lot of work regarding vehicles in the past months. So that's great.
The most important being that we will hopefully, return with 120 the damageable wheels and the touchable wheels and so on. So
Okay.
that thing.
Yeah, sorry, we always need to prioritize, so the classified documents, the bubble movements will need to wait to make priority for vehicle stability. But we are sure to include bubble movements in the future. It could be the DLC people were
Okay, so that's good, Chad. Vehicles have seemed to got a bit of an upgrade,
They
or well,
just
not an
did
upgrade,
correct,
but they've
no?
fixed a couple of issues with them
I
that were
can
quite
see that.
annoying. And it's glad to see that they're still going to be working with them
Okay.
in the future. So, yeah, good to see. Also, chat, again, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop it a like. It does help out in all these streams and stuff like that.
Asking about server performance and the chance to get more players AI on the servers. Will there be some tweaks to that, or
I mean, it's an ongoing effort. We're continuously looking over the performance.
so as you optimize various stuff, it kind of takes
There has been
a
some
lot of
pieces of optimization pieces that we done for 120 on the script, or even
They're not adding pooping. It's just a joke. They're not adding pooping.
but it's not gonna be like
we've done
different.
some changes on the memory
Mhm,
usage
mhm.
for the servers and some script optimization. So yeah, it's an ongoing effort.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not like one big thing that will suddenly enable you 1,000 more infected.
yeah,
This thing is usually about the trade-offs, right?
okay.
So that's, I mean, like you can't have a 1,000 server with 2,000 infected server, or I don't know how many
Yeah,
thousand
yeah.
infected with like a lot of players, also a lot of buildings spawned on
Mhm.
top of the existing map. You always have to pick, less
Mhm.
to get the most out of it. So
Yeah.
Maria, they haven't said anything about guns yet, but probably soon.
Talk in English. Well, the reason is that a lot of our fans, actually like 95% or more, will be from abroad, so we want to do an English stream to include everyone. But in the past, we did a Czech stream that's on our Czech social media company Facebook
first
page.
DayZ stream.
That was actually the first stream that we did.
They did talk about a new map, and they said nothing's in the works as of right now. Actually, they're streaming on Twitch. If you do !stream, it will link you straight to their Twitch if you want to watch it there. More than welcome to do so.
The repeater.
Someone is asking about the chance to stack different kind of clothing on one another. I assume that's like not possible to like wear a shirt, sweater, hoodie all together, right?
It's not something that we would like to look into. Right?
Yeah.
Not in the future.
Yeah.
I guess I will take the cowboy hat. It's kind of cool.
This is cool. Finally.
I have forgotten on something. I didn't want to interrupt our discussion, but I have forgotten
no.
on something.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You're very mysterious, Adam. And I know as much.
I
as
will be
you
even more mysterious.
Oh.
Oh god, that was underwhelming.
Oh, that's new. A new
You
mask.
look a bit like raccoon.
God damn it.
And we all thought about it.
So they are adding masks back, which is quite cool to be honest. They were in the alpha
So
version.
one of the things that we would like to do this year would be to focus more on the cosmetic side of things.
Ooh.
We've already teased a little bit in the stream announcement picture. You may see more of that later in the stream.
New mask.
But this is, another example of our efforts, bringing some more cosmetic items to increase the variety, various playstyles in the game. And yeah, this is the Carnival mask, and it has quite a lot of variants. Some of them you will not see in the game initially, because they will be part of the various events through the year.
So something more to look forward to.
Yeah. But
Can you name some events which can be like?
we have a mask for pretty much all the occasions.
Ooh, sounds exciting.
Indeed.
How better celebrate than with a mask?
Yeah. So I've chosen this black one. I like it. It's cool. I'm not usually the cowboy head guy, but I think
I'm very much the cowboy head guy. Like,
okay.
I mean, in DayZ, in real life, not so much.
That I can
But
understand.
that's what's so great about video games, like, you know.
Oh yeah. So yeah, what I can mention. Yeah, okay. We were talking about the camera, and I completely forgot to mention one thing. And again, that's something that may be noticeable quite a bit. And you guys will let us know how does it feel. But what we did a small adjustment to the sprint. So when you sprint, you are unable to focus on your eyes too much. You focus a little bit, but just a little bit. You have to actually be slower to focus your eyes more.
Okay.
So let us know how you feel about it. I know that there's a lot of people that just like sprinting around is like,
Can I try it? Just to see how it feels? Sounds interesting to me. Oh, right, yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they've changed the way the zooming works or the focusing works. Twitch has been Twitch again.
It's like we said before, like that's with every change, like the game, has some very
we could make it a little stronger.
Yes.
It's like a relatively small tweak. Also on the modding side, obviously. If you guys will dislike it, you can just easily, set it up differently for your server. But we thought that it will be interesting, to kind of like explain. Okay, well, you are sprinting like 25k an hour, which is that's a sprint,
Yeah.
Not many can do. So it doesn't make too much sense that you are like laser sight,
Yeah.
focus on your distance.
And at the same time, you are reloading your gun, so like, running so fast, reloading and zooming onto someone.
So yeah.
Scribs, I might be making a recap video on all this, so keep an eye out for it.
Yeah.
It's a chicken.
you should. I'm wondering whether the chicken is gonna be like just standing there again or actually do some movement.
It's the white one again, just so visible.
Easy prey for you. I like how you're all like big and mighty on server without any other player. Just taming the wildlife. Because as we mentioned, guys, this is 120, so obviously there are like no other players involved right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Who knows? Might change. Okay, I'm gonna get my water bottle up.
Right, this stream quality is terrible. I'm going to see if I can turn it up to 1080p while we're here. Hopefully it doesn't lag too much. So nothing major changes so far. Like there's been changes to inertia, weight of certain items, focusing, camera items, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. We haven't seen any. They've added in a new face mask as well, which he's currently wearing. And 120 experimental comes out tomorrow.
So yeah,
We're not sure if there's new guns or anything coming yet.
Rocket launchers, grenade launchers, like new stuff. It's just
Not
a
in
bit of
this one.
cosmetics, not in this one. But yeah, we are just setting the foundation for the whole year. So people who follow us for a longer time know that this is just what we do, because it like helps us to do more basically. And when we constantly try to pump out as many things as fast as possible, it gets really messy, and this approach is really better for the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably make a fire here actually. Cause I'm like yellow again.
Like this is not saying that over the year we are not going to introduce new weapons. It's completely other question, but yeah, for 120 there are no weapons that will be added.
So there's no new weapons coming in with update 120. None at all.
House. We can talk about some stuff while I'm gonna be cooking soon. You can listen to the updated sounds. The cooking again. I mean, it's like if you play the game, you will recognize it, but we mostly did it for the very repetitive nature of that sound that was previously in there. How do I have 4 steaks out of this?
They haven't said anything about what's happening this year yet. We're still waiting for the roadmap. Halbin, so hopefully that'll be out soon.
It's weird. What? How chicken can have 4 breasts?
I would like to switch topics. We can figure out. We can figure this out off stream.
No problem, Alfred. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest of your day or night wherever you are.
Okay. Fair enough.
How many of them you have? It's like 7. Isn't it supposed to be like, an even number?
Yeah. Yeah, you said that we should not talk about it. I'm not.
If it'll be 1 minute long, no, it won't. It'll be a decent vid.
I mean, Crystal Star, you wouldn't eat that, but we are talking about a guy who lives off the, rotten pears.
Yeah, vomited, okay?
So 4-breasted chicken is actually a step up.
I need a little more sticks.
Yeah. Good thing that you found like 5 knives.
Well, I have only 1 now.
Really? Did you go through all of them? If I wasn't watching you, I would say that you are also eating the knives. Okay, now the sounds.
Are you hungry yet?
Actually, I am. I had very little lunch. I had like 1 slice of pizza on my way to work. Wait, it wasn't done yet, was it?
No, I'm just gonna bake all of them.
But the sounds... Okay.
The smoking does not have any sound. The reason I'm putting it into the smoking
Okay.
is so I warm up my food, right?
Oh my god.
So when I put it into the...
This is such an epic
On the
gamer
grill.
moment, Adam.
It actually cooks already instantly.
Yeah, because this is probably the first Survivor
DayZ
Pro tip.
cooking tips.
Oh yeah. Can you say it again and we can cut it into shorts on the YouTube to be popular? Social media.
I can't.
We will...
It's not organic enough, no.
Okay.
No.
Lynn will work through it. He's good with
I'm
it.
sorry. Anyway, I wanted to talk about something else.
Something else than the chicken breast?
Yeah, so
I'm happy.
we've been, doing some bug fixings and improvements with 120. One of the areas that we've been wanting to look into for a while was and this will be primarily interesting for the server owners, but for some players too. Players who tend to play on servers that are further away from their location, So we've improved the detection of the, low connective, like high latency issues,
Okay.
in a way that you are not gonna get kicked instantly when you have bad ping.
Okay.
It's gonna calculate some average values and so on, because there were a lot of issues with that before, and server owners too. So we changed that. So the kick system that is in the game is now a little more sophisticated. So you're not gonna get kicked instantly when you, alt up and look into your YouTube video and the client suddenly spikes above the certain limit of the server. So
Okay. It's fine. Wash your hands.
connected to that though, something that is much more visible to the players is that we've introduced new connectivity indicators into the game.
Okay.
And
What does it mean though?
I will show you right in the moment. I need to finish this one.
Okay.
So that is something, for the server owners primarily, but for some players maybe too. If you tend to play on some, high latency server. So the connectivity indicators, you will be able to switch them on and off. You may recognize it. Old school DayZ players may recognize
Old
this
school
symbol.
connectivity
Yeah, I hated it.
logos.
So you can enable them, disable them, and
Okay.
you will basically
Your choice.
see again in the game after all those years if your connection is unstable, if you are having issues with your internet connection. If you see the middle one, then you are disconnected from the server, essentially.
So it doesn't matter what you do.
That replaces like that message in the middle of the screen that's, you may have seen.
Yeah, that was
The
happening me
countdown,
for years.
essentially.
Yeah.
And what we've also got connected to the connectivity warnings is the server performance warning. So a user will actually be notified whether the server is performing good or not. So if they will be getting some delays and this icon, the last one, will show up, means that the server is having issues.
Okay, so at least they know it's the issue is not on their machine.
Yeah.
It's out
This is
there.
gonna be super useful for anyone reporting issues, right? And anyone sharing a video, for example, and they will have that icon there, and you will immediately know much more that okay, this is happening.
Okay.
Be the client connection issues or the server connection issues. So
Yeah, that's useful. That's good.
it's by default enabled.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to have a really immersive gameplay that is without any warnings,
Okay.
just
But then you need better connection. Anyway, yeah, people were messaging about PTSD from that icon. Maybe some old trauma. Maybe you will get and work through that.
My first DayZ screenshot is actually one where that pain is displayed.
Yeah, man. When I first started, I loaded the game up in like 2014, and the default settings were all on low, and it was like all mush. Man, I remember that I almost refunded the game in the first 2 hours because I was just so confused, But I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, I was playing the build, that one build of the old Legacy DayZ. I think the icon was there like all the time. I don't know what's up with the build, but it was there all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully this is gonna be useful for everybody, pretty much. It's for us when we'll be reading the reports from the community, for the server owners, for the players themselves. This is pretty huge for the overall, user experience part of the game. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much sorted. I'm just gonna drink this water. So, I'm speaking of the more technical stuff. I can mention that there is quite a bit of changes, modding related changes and fixes in 120. So, modders definitely check the change notes. It's a long one.
So
Done some major improvements in there for the diagnostic executable too. That one received quite a lot of tools with 119, and we've expanded even more with some cheats and stuff. So
that's cool.
using that executable will be actually even easier now. So hopefully that's gonna simplify work with it. Work with the tools that the executable offers. And it will also allow you to add your own, or your own debugs essentially in there, sort of. So, but that's more of a technical side. I can also mention it's like a little bit environment related things. So, or like, I will mention the base building thing first. So we've looked into the placing, because there was an issue that the walls could be actually placed very tightly together. So you could have one wall, even with the one last
people
setting.
cannot see your hands when you do that.
One wall. So the extreme layering of the walls, we've adjusted that, so you will no longer be able to layer the walls this much.
Okay.
So people have been almost exploiting it a little bit.
So some tight places might be now easier to get into because people won't be able to push so many walls in there.
So we've adjusted that on the placing side a little bit. Obviously, the placing settings still remain in there in the server side settings. So if you don't like on your server, you can still adjust it. But for the vanilla, we've decided to remove the layering Because I mean, it was pretty tricky to work with anyway. You know, it was...
Okay, Derlef is asking about how about snapping poles close together to get away from gaps?
Snapping specifically, or like what?
Yeah, how about snapping poles close together? So I guess snapping.
Well, we don't have a plan to introduce snapping into the game. If that's
Okay. Yeah, I think he wanted to like connect.
For anyone or just in 120 experimental releases tomorrow. 120 experimental comes out tomorrow.
Obviously, when speaking of the environment more, there's been a lot of fixes for the various objects. You know, some clippings and some glitches with the characters through certain parts of objects. Been a lot of that. We've also improved some static environment objects. You guys will probably notice that very quickly. We've looked at certain industrial silo that has more access points than before, so that will change the gameplay a little bit in some industrial objects. Maybe
it's buffering.
even the base building meta, because a lot of people use those objects to...
Goddamn Twitch.
Vona in the big quarry, or on Chernarus in Chernogorsk and Ormitrosk, so we've looked at a staircase and was like, this is such a nice staircase, why can't you access it? And it was also super weird because like there was like this combination of the buildings and there was like only one access point to the roof, and that was like this long ladder that you had to climb.
Okay.
So that changed. So
that's cool. Anyway, yeah. The mask that you are having, that's a new item in 120. As some people noticed that joined later on, where people will be able to find this mask.
yeah, so we would like to enrich the loot on the amusement parks that we have on both maps, so you will find them in there.
Okay.
I guess. Maybe in some cases, you know, in the Christmas gifts.
And there's a lot of different versions. Some of them will be only seasonal. So
yeah.
So in case, let's say there's some event going on that makes them spawnable, and you get this mask, you can keep carrying it even after the event ends, making the item more, let's say, prestigious.
It's the same like the the Santa's hat and Santa's beard. I could be carrying it on the stable right now, even though the Christmas aren't running anymore.
Yeah.
So you could essentially have like the Christmas hat until the next vibe, which
it could be a cool challenge, trying to collect like all of these items from different seasons, different events. You can't?
Because we vibe.
Okay. If you don't vibe. But for example, with 120, as we said, there won't be any vibe.
Yeah.
So people still should be able to keep the Santa's hats.
Yeah.
And now even maybe some seasonal masks, if we get that far.
Yeah.
Oh, Bow 4-pack still has the crooked nose from the Halloween. Is it Halloween or is it the witch burning event?
I can't quite remember if you're spawning the nose during Halloween.
Okay.
But I mean, it was primarily from the Witch Night. Yeah. I can mention some other bug fixes in the environment. Some very clever players figure out places in the water where the water.
Chat, you got to remember that this update, they did mention it last year. It wasn't going to have a lot of stuff in it. It wasn't going to be a lot of content stuff. It's going to be a lot of background fixes and stuff that you won't even see. That's what they do every single year for DayZ. So if you don't like it, you're just gonna have to wait until 121. That's just the way it works. That's how game development works. If you want to change it, apply for a job at DayZ and you might be able to help them change it. But that's just how it goes. Every year, the first update of the year, they always do a stability fixing kind of update where they just kind of get stuff working in the background to prepare for the year ahead. It always happens like this. It's happened for this now for years and years and years. So
if you are an
that's just how it is.
Base, you may want to look at your base. But it's too late.
Don't use exploits, and if you did, go collect your stuff and get out.
Yeah. So, and there's been also one of the important things also for the community made stuff, more maps and server enhancements, and that is related to the rocks. We found that there's quite a lot of performance issues with the rocks, and we've optimized them significantly. So you will get significantly more frames when you're around the rocks compared to 119 and before.
Okay, that's good. I can already see the thumbnails on YouTube videos. 120 optimized rocks, with the big red, arrow pointing at a bunch of rocks. Please do that and send it to our social media.
People actually do really like the rocks.
Yeah, rocks are important.
So that happened too. And one last thing regarding the environment.
Okay.
You may have heard it before, but we made the birds sound happening again. Birds are actually audible again.
Which we heard before.
No.
No, I mean before in this stream.
Yeah. So
that's super loud.
No, exactly. So disclaimer: there may be further tweaks, but when you will be playing Chernarus, not Livonia, it's just for Chernarus. We've done some tweaks, some adjustment fixes.
And is it like technical feed why it's only happening on Chernarus and not on Livonia?
Matter of time right now. So
okay.
We made the bird sounds a little more frequent. You guys will tell us how it sounds. We think it's still pretty decent. It doesn't sound like a jungle that was 062 and the other legacy versions. But you should hear a little more noise and variety in the environment with...
Okay, it is what? Is that a bird?
No. So it's windy and the birds are...
Yeah, but yeah, there was the cracking sound, but it's probably also the trees.
That was there before. But yeah, it's like... Obviously, it has to be less windy to hear the birds, but there's generally more birds around, so keep an eye on that. Mm. We are also playing at night right now, so you will hear the night birds.
Someone said that he noticed some changes in the wolf howling, like in the past couple of updates. Were there any changes? I think he's mentioning one. Well, like he gets surprised by the wolves rather than hearing them from afar.
Yeah, I don't think there were any changes to the wolves howling specifically. We are still tracking an issue that is related to... I can see a fire. What is happening?
Wait.
Is there somebody on the server?
Maybe some colleagues.
Oh, I don't really see any person around.
Maybe you need to find a different angle.
Yeah, oh, that's sweet.
No, this is totally not scripted, guys. This is highly organic. He's now going to investigate completely organic situation, which can end up in any way, since it's so organic.
Definitely not paid actors, chat. Definitely not.
Oh, this is like the worst flanking that I've ever done.
Yeah. This is how you can tell this is staged, because it's like, oh, I see a fire. Let's flank through this open field during daytime.
I mean, the person is doing it well because they want to get sniped, right?
Totally. Yeah.
Oh, I can see that. Like, I have a elevation now.
Are you elevated, Adam?
Oh, yeah. I don't think the person would see me anyway. So.
Nothing on new clothing, but they are going to be adding cosmetic items throughout the year.
If there is even a person, maybe just find a good
Yeah,
player.
how could you know, It can be just a randomly spawned fire.
Oh, that guy has a human meat.
Okay, guys.
Oh, he's eating a human.
Another mask.
Look at a mask. I don't think this guy looks friendly.
Yeah, this is fine.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Maybe take cover, Adam.
I don't know. I need to get into the village. Oh shit! I'm regretting the sledgehammer now. I for. This is the PvP moment, okay?
Yeah, this is the PvP moment. Just so you know, yes, running into the OJ was scripted, but this whole combat is just their PvP excellence live.
I think I just messed up because there's a lot of infected around.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Yeah.
Where is he hiding?
Yeah. Hide by the fire, Adam. He will not see you
Oh
there.
shit! Oh shit!
I'm sure he's shooting at the zombie.
He's baiting.
He's definitely shooting at the zombie. He's trying to save you. Oh, he's
Oh, I
at the
can
right.
see him. Oh shh! Shoot!
Okay, so one of the reasons why we were laughing is that the only part that was scripted is us watching him and him turning to us, but the branch of the tree was actually directly in his face, so this dramatic thing didn't really work out.
But it was pretty epic when he was walking towards us. Oh no! I'm still alive. Go.
You're not. Well, yeah. So
Well, I don't think that part was meant to happen, chat.
exactly. As soon some of the veterans can know that we used to have the masks back in the days, and they had to be removed. And this time, not only the eye masks that you could see on us, but also some more better bandit masks are being added.
Yeah.
I believe with this white one we have 2 versions, right?
Yeah.
So that's something, if you enjoy banditry, that could be something that you would like to wear to show people that you are definitely not friendly.
Yeah, there are some definitely very interesting combinations with the other gear that you have in the game. That's
Yeah.
so make cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I think this will have to do for the
Yeah, I think they're ending it there.
I'm
I
dead.
think they're ending it there.
Yeah, he's dead still. We could switch the game, but we could see nothing, so that would be pretty useless. Adam, did we cover the stuff
Yeah,
that
we
we wanted to go
covered-
over?
Like 80% of that. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. I just wanted to show the pain. But sure. Okay, so I think we can wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining. We just respawned, but probably not gonna go and search your revenge.
How did that happen?
And yeah, thanks for joining us even in the year 2023. It's gonna be great. Please be patient with the article that we are preparing.
Yeah.
Hopefully in February it will get to you. And yeah, tomorrow, if you want, jump on experimental, try out the new masks, but also the ton of bug fixing that we did and some tweaks that we covered today, and let us know what you think.
Yep.
Social media, feedback tracker, all the links you can find below.
Alright, chat. So that's pretty much it there. So yeah, they didn't show off much in the stream. Again, experimental is coming out tomorrow, so it makes sense that they didn't show off much, because then it would not make much sense for experimental. We don't have ETA in a full release. It's going to be about a month after experimental. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what experimental is going to be like tomorrow. There's a good few bug fixes there already that were different. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Glad to see that they are fixing bugs in vehicles, especially. I've been using them a bit and they've been pretty interesting to say the least. So yeah, I'll be live again tomorrow with 120 experimental gameplay, and I'll have my update video out tomorrow as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. And yeah, what I'm going to do is now I'm going to end the stream, but I'm going to raid Facility. I think he is currently on, so I think I will take you over to him if I can find out where to do it. I think it'll just take you straight to oh wait, hang on. Yeah, so we'll go over and raid Facility after this. So if you're wanting to see him, he's playing some DayZ Takistan, I think. So he'll be on that. So go over and tell him I sent you, and I might see you over there. But yeah, we'll be back again tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get some good adventures in, try and find all the new loot and test out some bugs that were fixed and stuff. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see. So until then, and if you missed anything, I will be making a video updating you on what happened during this live stream and giving you the info. So until then, I shall catch you guys tomorrow. So peace out for now.